Welcome back to Grind and Grow. Looking cool as a parent isn't about ripped jeans, designer sneakers, or pulling off TikTok dances, though those help. It's about energy. It's about confidence. It's about the unspoken vibe that says, I'm doing life my way, raising legends, not followers. So if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, did parenthood make me less cool? Let's rewrite that thought today. Because in reality, being a parent is the ultimate flex. You're raising a whole human, and that's power. Welcome to Grind and Grow, the channel that fuels your soul, your hustle, and your heart. Hit that like, subscribe, and share this with every parent who needs a reminder. You're not just surviving parenting, you're redefining what cool looks like. Let's dive in. Part 1. The myth of losing coolness after kids. Somewhere between diaper bags and PTA meetings, society sold us a lie. That once you become a parent, you trade your style for stability, your dreams for duty, your spark for schedules. But that's not cool. That's conditioning. Here's the truth. Cool doesn't expire. It evolves. It levels up with you. Cool is when you know who you are, what you stand for, and you don't need validation from anyone. That's why the coolest parents aren't trying to be 20 again. They're confidently rocking their 30s, 40s, or 50s with grown-up swagger, emotional wisdom, and authentic energy. Psychologists call this identity integration, when your roles as a parent, partner, and individual don't compete. They complement. You stop asking, who am I now? And start saying, this version of me is fire. Part 2. The energy shift, from chaos to charisma. Being cool isn't about control, it's about composure. Your kid spills juice on the couch? You breathe. Your teen rolls their eyes? You smile. That's emotional mastery, and that's rare energy. Because cool people aren't reactive, they're grounded. You radiate calm, and people, even your kids, mirror that. When you lead with energy instead of ego, your home becomes a vibe. This is what modern psychologists call emotional regulation through modeled behavior. When your energy is stable, you teach emotional intelligence without even saying a word. That's next-level parenting, and it's effortlessly cool. Part 3. Redefining style, coolness as self-expression. Now let's talk appearance, because yes, it matters. Not for vanity, but for vitality. When you dress well, take care of your skin, and move your body, you tell the world, I value myself enough to show up fully. That doesn't mean expensive brands. It means intentionality, finding your own parent aesthetic. Maybe it's clean sneakers, rolled sleeves, and that scent that makes heads turn at school drop-off. Maybe it's the quiet confidence in how you carry your coffee or the way you say no without guilt. Fashion fades, but presence, that's timeless. And when your kids see you honoring yourself, they learn that adulthood doesn't mean giving up joy or individuality. It means evolving with style and purpose. Part 4, the cool parent psychology, connection over control. Want to know what's truly cool? Listening without judgment. Speaking with intention. Letting your child express themselves even when it makes you uncomfortable. Because cool parents don't dominate, they guide. They don't control, they connect. And connection is the new rebellion. When you replace punishment with understanding, sarcasm with support, distance with dialogue, you become the kind of parent every kid secretly wishes they had. Dr. Shefali Sabari, a parenting expert, calls this conscious parenting. It's not about raising obedient kids, it's about raising aware humans. Humans who know empathy, boundaries, and confidence because they learned it from you. Part 5. Modern coolness, technology, humor, and adaptability. In today's world, coolness means adaptability. You don't have to know every app your kid uses, but being open to learning, that's everything. Laugh at your mistakes. Join their world without trying to take over it. It's okay to be cringy sometimes. Your willingness to try is what makes you cool. Parents who stay curious stay young. Curiosity keeps your brain lit and your spirit alive. Whether you're learning AI tools, editing videos, or discovering your kid's music taste, You're bridging generations with vibe and relevance. And that's modern coolness. You're not behind, you're evolving. Part 6. Real-life examples of cool parents. Picture this. A dad skateboards to pick up his kid, not for attention, but because it makes him feel alive. A mom starts a YouTube cooking channel, not to go viral, but to share her love for family meals. A single parent joins a fitness class, gets stronger, finds confidence, and shows their child what resilience looks like. These aren't fictional heroes, they're people like us. Everyday legends turning ordinary routines into extraordinary memories. Because being cool isn't about perfection, it's about presence. It's about showing up with love, energy, and authenticity, even on your worst days. Part 7. Emotional depth, healing and rediscovery. Let's get real. Sometimes parenthood feels like losing yourself in service of everyone else. You stop seeing your reflection and start seeing responsibilities. But one day you look at your kid laughing and you realize you didn't lose yourself, you expanded. You became more compassionate, more powerful, more whole. That's the beauty of evolution. Coolness isn't in rebellion, it's in reinvention. You can still chase your dreams, travel, laugh, flirt, play music, and live fully. Parenthood didn't erase your story, it added a beautiful chapter. Part 8. The glow-up mindset. Here's your truth bomb. Cool parents invest in their mindset. They read. They grow. They rest. They heal. You can't pour into your family from an empty cup, so stop feeling guilty for self-care. Take that solo coffee break. Start that side hustle. Go for that jog. Wear that bold jacket. Be unapologetically you. Because when your kids see you thriving, they learn that adulthood doesn't mean giving up, it means leveling up. Part 9. The legacy of cool. Your kids won't remember every lecture, but they'll remember how you made them feel. They'll remember the nights you danced in the living room, the road trips with loud music, the honesty in your voice when you said, "I'm sorry." That's legacy. That's what stays. That's what cool parents build, not followers, but foundations. So keep showing up. Keep laughing. Keep being that mix of love, strength, humor, and resilience. Because the coolest thing you'll ever do is be a parent who inspires your kids to become even cooler than you. If this message touched your heart, share it. Tag a parent who needs to hear this. Because someone out there thinks their best years are over, and you could be the reason they realize their cool era just began. Subscribe to Grind and Grow for more motivational stories that speak to your soul and remind you, you are not just a parent, you are a masterpiece in motion.